Hello everyone, and welcome to something that I've been planning for quite a while. So, you might remember back in November I initially announced my Let's Play for this game, but I wanted to push it back because I wanted to make sure I covered as much as possible in the game on my own personal playthrough before getting to it. And initially the Let's Play was set for last month, and then had to push it back more and more. But here I am to say it's finally time. And this is going to be the first episode of what will hopefully be your favorite Sonic game, just as much as it is mine. You don't have to love it. You certainly don't have to hate it. But what I will say is this game isn't going to be another Sonic Forces. It's not going to be another Sonic 06. It's not going to be another Sonic 4. What it is, however, is a game that I think you're going to love. Because, let's just say it goes back to basics. But with that being said, let's do this. Say hello to the new Let's Play, Sonic Frontiers. Wait. Don't tell me. Oh, that explains a lot, because I was on my Oculus last night. Okay, there we go. Okay, now. There we go. Anyway, with that being said, welcome to... Take it away, game. Sonic Frontiers. As you might recall, I did play this game for my New Year's stream when I was ringing in the new year, and it was a subtle teaser for what was to come. I'm happy to announce that starting today, this will be a Let's Play. This is something that I've been planning on for quite a long time now, ever since the game first came out, because I wanted to do a Let's Play of it blindly. However, I've since decided to hold off on it until I knew I was ready. And as of today, which also happens to be Mario Day, I am fully ready to... yeah. Anyway, so first things first, there are difficulty settings. Hard mode is meant for people who want to see, as the game says, something extra. Bear in mind that something extra has been known to be very, very disappointing to most people. I won't get into why, just know that I won't be covering it until a later point. Instead, what we're going to do is play on easy. Now, the game will also give you two different types of play. There's action style, which is more for newer people who aren't familiar with Sonic. And as such, your movement will be greatly limited in terms of like movement speed. And then we have high speed gameplay, which is, something that I'm going to be going with. High-speed gameplay is more meant for the people who have played Sonic games and are used to it. Which, seeing as how this is a Sonic game, that's what we're going to go with. quite the familiar face.
Uploading AI program now.
We gotta turn on subtitles too. I never heard those screams. I think that's part of the game because it's that's something. You'll see what I mean later.
Yes, it's all coming online.
The subtitles are
The
online.
ancient secrets will be mine. Status report. Answer me.
Simulations complete. Executing protective initiative.
What? No! No!
Well, we're off to a fun start.
Coming up, Starfall Islands.
How exciting!
You tracked the Chaos Emeralds here, right? Let's find out what drew them here.
Yes, that is Roger. Say hello to Sonic Frontiers! Trust me when I say this game is awesome. And I think that you're gonna love it too. But if you're into Sonic. If you're not, then you might still like it. It's got some faults, I'll give it that, but yeah.
Some kind of atmospheric charge. Hang on.
And we're gonna start off with 1-1, the very first cyberspace stage. Starting off, the boost is not overpowered in this game. Instead, it's stamina based. Not only that, but yeah, so Sonic's movement speed isn't exactly the fastest. Another thing that you'll notice is that the homing attack is mapped to a different button instead of the same thing as the jump. Alright, let's see how we did. I didn't get all the red rings, don't worry. Okay, so I didn't get the S rank, but I did at least reach the goal. So, how the cyberspace levels work are they're the traditional Sonic levels. However, they're more like bonus stages, in that you don't have to complete them to progress the game. As stated by Takashi Iizuka in an interview, you can completely negate all of these. You don't have to do these. They are, however, one of the most efficient ways of getting vault keys. You might notice those key-looking symbols right next to the goals. Those are vault keys, and you'll get to see why those are so important in a little bit. For now, let's progress with the story, shall we? However, it is also important to note that whenever you complete one of the goals, if you revisit the stage, you don't have to recomplete it. You could come back and visit the stage in order to complete the other goals on your own accord, so just know that that's always there for you. And upon completing all 4 goals, you get an extra key. So, with that being said, there we go. Also, that little loading symbol will be very important during the story. Just know that. Here's our blue hero.
Tails? Amy? Oh. Whew. Looks like I'm the only one who made it out of that. Whatever it was. Whew.
Mortal,
Ugh. Hello?
you have done the impossible. You have escaped cyberspace through your own power. You are the key.
Key, huh? Sure beats being called a rodent. Are you saying I can rescue my friends?
Find the Chaos Emeralds. Destroy the Titans. Tear down the walls between dimensions.
Yeah, okay, sure. How about a little context? Hello?
I love how expressive Sonic
well.
is.
Some direction is better than none.
Here we go. Alright, taking control of Sonic. Looking around, yes, you can actually do that in this game. In the more recent games that are boost formula, you couldn't control the camera. It was always on a fixed path, just as you are. So this is a return to form because the last game that let you do that was technically Sonic Unleashed, all the way back in 2008. Yes, 15 years ago. Anyway, looking around, using the right control stick to rotate the camera. So this is just the basic tutorial. Go to options to change settings such as camera angle and player controls. If you find yourself having motion sickness, try using a wider camera angle, turning off blur and rotations, and turning off the center cursor. So, yeah. So, here's something. You can actually tune how Sonic controls. I highly recommend doing this if you want to get the most out of the Blue Blur's controls. So you can tune everything from the top speed, to the steering sensitivity, to the acceleration, to the initial boost speed, your starting speed, all of those things. You can also tune the camera speed in case you want to move the camera a little bit faster, but that's not entirely necessary unless you want to make sure you have the best possible reaction to stuff going on. This right here is also pretty important if you want to continue moving with the story as you're listening to dialogue. But I honestly really like having that turned on because it gives you a moment to see sorry about that. What Sonic is talking about. Vibration, my controller doesn't have that. It is one of those Steel Series, what is it? I thought I had the box somewhere. Oh, it's the Stratus Duo. Alright. Now see, that's max camera speed. So as you can see, you have Sonic feeling very weary, you know. Yeah. But as we pick up rings, he regains his strength. And yes, there is in fact a ring limit. You can upgrade that, and as you can see on the lower left-hand corner, there's a leveling up system. This game is essentially kind of like an RPG without it being an RPG. Activate the switches. There are 3 ancient switches on the ground. Activating them will earn a reward and unlock on your map. Also, in case someone was wondering, yes, this is a jump ball that's different from the other games. It looks kind of similar to the Forces one, but it's completely different. Because whenever you look at the Force's jump ball from the side, it has a sort of like swooping six-sided star shape. But in this game, it looks more like a ball of energy. Anyway, complete challenges to reveal the map. Completing challenges will reveal the surrounding area on the map. Once revealed, the map will help in locating guardians, portals, and memory tokens. Open the map by pressing... for me, it would be the... So... Basically, the Stratus Duo is, as the name would imply, or not... Sorry about that. Basically, it's like using an Xbox controller, but the form factor is like a PlayStation controller. So whenever it shows that symbol that looks like an Xbox button that has the two little screens, if you were to be using a Stratus Duo, which hopefully they still sell them, it would be... So in the center of the controller, there's these three buttons, with the middle one being the circle, and then there's two on either side, or there's one on either side that has like an arrow. The one to the left of that button is the map button. Anyway, we got a seed of strength. Or power. Notifications. A notification may appear when Sonic is near something new. Press down on the D-pad while the notification is displayed to practice the action in the training simulator or get a hint about what Sonic is about to encounter. Press down on the D-pad to go to the simulator now. Yeah! Exit the training simulator. The simulator can be exited by pressing that button when that button... I'm just going to call it the select button. Pressing select when select is displayed in the lower right hand corner of the screen. I pressed the wrong button. I've never heard that sound effect either. Okay, there we go. And you might think, oh god, it's going to be button mashing homing attacks, isn't it? You'll see soon enough that ain't going to be the case. Pick up dropped items. When enemies are defeated, they drop various items such as skill pieces and seeds. Gather enough skill pieces and they will turn into skill points, as shown in the lower right hand corner of the screen. These can be used to learn new skills to enhance Sonic. Yeah, as you can see, it's a completely different jump ball. I actually really like how it looks. Also, yeah, look at that. There's actually a little bit of interactivity with the environment. And I should also say, yes, I am actually running this maxed. Yeah, Sonic doesn't really move all that fast in this game. The reason being is partially because of the fact that the game is focused on the open zone. Open zone is a new format new to the series that started with this game. So essentially think of it like adventure, but not adventure. That was a memory token. And we have these guys. Oh boy. You might remember those from the animated thing. Anyway. Yep, that's right. We could punch. So, with those new, stronger enemies, it also introduces the combat system into the game. This means that whenever you're fighting enemies... Yeah. Also, yeah, you just saw that, right? You don't have to worry about jumping and then doing a homing attack. You can do it straight off the bat. Anyway, we have an enemy down there, but we're not going to go there just yet. We're going to explore a little bit. There's plenty of things I want to see and do. But just know that this game's completely open-ended structure will completely... I've got to stop saying This game's open-ended structure means that you can explore at your own pace, and you don't have to worry about... Yeah. Okay, I'm not missing anything, am I? No. Oh, there it is. But there's also optional challenges you can do as well. Anyway. Here we go, our first mini-boss, Ninja! Use lock-on to defeat the Guardian. Guardians are very powerful. They're bigger than normal enemies and have special attacks. Study their moves to find an opening. Tip: when an enemy is targeted, lock onto them by pressing down on RS. That's the right stick. Yep, parrying in this game is easy. Yeah, how easy? You can just hold down the shoulder buttons. Not the triggers, but just the shoulders. Anyway, that was a portal gear. You'll get to see why that's important later. Just know that you need to get those in order to access cyberspace. And yes, I know about the pop-in. So, here's the reason why there's pop-in. This game is on Switch, and while the Switch is a good console, it is technically holding this game back from, you know, realizing its full potential when it comes to graphical fidelity and stuff. Alright, got a puzzle. Turn the statue to open the gate. The ancient gate seems to be locked. Turn the statue in front of the gate to proceed. I just landed on the... Yeah, but I think for those who are curious about this game, you're really gonna like it. It may not be the best game in the world, but it is one of the best Sonic games ever made. And this is new, too. Yeah. Skills. Sonic's Psyloop skill can now be learned. Using the skill points you've accumulated, as shown in the lower right hand of the screen, go to the skills menu and unlock it. So by doing that, oops. I think I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, so you're gonna see why this move is extremely important during your adventure. Use Psyloop. To use Psyloop, hold Y and run in a circle. If you're playing on PlayStation or Xbox, it's literally the same button as with on Switch. Be sure to close the circle before releasing Y. By using it in the open field, not only can rings be found, but also memory tokens and seeds. Perhaps a rare item as well. Also, if you do a figure 8, otherwise known as the infinity symbol, you'll be able to get infinite boost for a limited period. This is very important for those who want to get around faster without having to worry about letting Sonic's boost recharge. In addition, you might notice, as I stated before, there is a ring limit. You can technically collect rings past that, but it'll be capped at whatever the max number is. The reason why that number is important? Well, we'll see why shortly. But just know that you'll see soon enough. Again, to reiterate, the boost in this game is not a plow through everything, one-stop shop, alright? It's not. It is the complete opposite of that, actually. Right, so there it is, the power boost. Power boost. If Sonic boosts with a max number of rings, he can run at even higher speeds while emitting blue lightning around him. When the ring count is reduced, it'll revert back to a normal boost. This literally, I think, quadruples the amount of speed that you can produce. Looping is amazing. This game is amazing. Don't say otherwise. Okay. You're free to dislike this game or be disappointed at it if you'd like, but just know that, don't try and crap on other people's experience with it. Because, like, some people may like the game and may not. But just know that if other people like it, you don't have to crap out, or not crap out, but, you don't have to ruin their experience by saying, oh no, don't play this, because it's not your place. If someone likes the game, that's fine. You don't have to like it. But I will say this. Let it be known that at certain points of the game, partially during cutscenes and stuff, I might feel a little emotional, and I'll explain why right now. As a bit of a spoiler, this game does in fact harken back to the adventure days of Sonic, when the stories were more serious and somewhat grounded, even if they were pretty grandiose. The reason why I say this is because, as you might have seen from the animated video with Knuckles, watching over Angel Island, he's back to his old self. Tails is back to his old self. Amy has had a fantastic characterization in this game, where instead of her being lovey-dovey towards Sonic, Well, you'll see why during this first episode. Just know that. As for Sonic, he does still occasionally say, witty quips, but it's not all the time. It's usually to prick the tension in the game, because trust me, this game gets really freaking dark. Anyway, we have a cyberspace portal that we can't go into.
Return to the digital dimension again.
And, many of you who have been playing this game for a long time,
Use that gear to
you
bridge
might
the
know
gap
which one this
between
is.
dimensions.
Trust me, I know myself. Insert the portal gear. Unactivated portals can be activated with portal gears. Jump onto the portal's pedestal to insert the portal gear. We only have one. We need two.
It is not enough to make the connection.
Hey, a seagull.
One gear will not suffice. Hunt down another target and take its gear.
Okay, spooky sky voice. Oh, looky here! Well, ask and you shall receive. Say hello to our second mini-boss, Tower, as its name implies. It's a towering enemy. Don't worry, I played this game. You've seen me play this game on stream. I know what to do. First things first, parrying is very important. Doesn't hurt you. Projectile will. Also, if you remember in the trailer from 2021's Game Awards, you may remember those projectiles that are being shot at Sonic. That's from this thing. I just killed that enemy like in Sonic 1. Like how you jump on Eggman multiple times. Okay, so prepare for everybody's most hated level in this game. 1-2. This level is notorious for having the strictest level, no, not level, S-rank time.
Return to cyberspace.
You can, however,
as
easily
many
do the other
times as it
goals,
takes.
but just know that in order to actually be the S-rank, you have to be extremely fast. You'll see why. I love this game's music. Clear Portal 1-2. You don't have to do all of the goals, just at least complete the level. That's all it takes, because it says clear. Alright. Thank God for an SSD. Alright. So, you ready to see why this is difficult? Ow! At least the song's good. want you to see the time that you need to do in order to beat this level. I got a B rank. The time you need to beat is 55 seconds. I at least reached the goal and got all 5 red stars. I didn't have all 80 rings, and I couldn't beat the S rank. There was a technique I was trying to do on that first spring called the homing dash. How that works is you start a homing attack towards a targetable item that you have to attack. During the animation of which you're homing attacking towards it, you have to pull away using the control stick and at the same time use the boost. This will allow you to launch yourself forward at much faster speeds than a normal air boost. I am not very good at that, so yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, the good thing is, however, you're about to see another thing that makes this game great. For those of you who have been playing the Sonic games for a long period of time, you might know why the vault keys are important. If you look closely on the handle end of the key, you'll notice a very familiar shape. That's right! Sonic Frontiers is the very first game in a very long time to make the Chaos Emeralds relevant. The last game in which you needed to get the Chaos Emeralds was Generations. And even then, that was one of those contact and ground. In this case, however, this game harkens back to the series in terms of collecting Chaos Emeralds, having amazing music, beautiful visuals, and characters that feel like how they should be. So, with that being said, how about we get the first Chaos Emerald, shall we? Also, in case you're wondering about what Sonic is wearing, also... Oh, I thought the birds popped in. The outfit that I'm wearing for Sonic is only obtainable if you get the Digital Deluxe Edition. If you're on console, there is no way to upgrade to the Digital Deluxe Edition. You have to buy it. So, it is a little disappointing, yeah. But honestly, I don't know. Anyway, before we get the Chaos Emerald, I'm gonna do a few challenges. Is what I would be saying if it wasn't for the fact that... Wait. Oh. Look at this! This is our second ability, Phantom Rush. When the combo meter is maxed out, Phantom Rush is activated, resulting in attacks being 1.2 times more powerful. Phantom Rush lasts until the combo meter reaches 0. Yeah, so this game does have a skill tree system. It may be very basic, but it gets the job done. You can fill it in very quickly and very easily because skill points are very easy to come by. You just fight enemies and eventually you'll get the skill points. However, one thing I should mention is that this is another reason why I say this game is sort of like an RPG. You can level up Sonic's different skills such as speed, attack, ring capacity, and defense. Defense meaning that you lose less and less rings as you take damage. Then we have the skill tree, which gives Sonic new abilities. One such ability is the ability to have auto combo, which will allow you to just simply press and I think hold down the attack button. And what it'll do is it'll automatically do the attacks in a combo. However, as it says right here, damage will be reduced. So this is basically like a nerf to just pressing attack to win. So it will make the experience a little bit more challenging, but just know that that's there if you want it, but you don't need it. In fact, I don't recommend it. I will still be getting it just because. Quick Psyloop we will be getting, and will be using. Anyway, take a look at this. Anytime you see these symbols, make sure you use a Psyloop on it, because you'll get either a hidden object that you need to use, such as a spring, or it may be a hidden item, such as, you know, memory tokens, or a portal gear, maybe, you know, something like some seeds. Oops. Oh, I didn't notice the platform. Oh, hey, there we go. And in case you're wondering, light speed dashing in this game is mapped to the left control stick. You have to press down there. How did I miss that? Oh well. There's no lives in this game. That's good. Yeah, so this also has the lack of a live system, just like in Forces. That is one thing I will give Forces. Forces was otherwise a very mediocre game, but the fact that there's no live system in that game is good, because it means that newer players don't have to worry about being heavily penalized for it. However, yeah. Oops. Ah! No wonder I couldn't see it. It was gone. Ah! No. Why am I having trouble with a fan? There we go. Oh, right, I forgot to show something. So, in case people were wondering, there is a form of spin dash in the game. It is not, however, the spin dash. It is the drop dash. Yeah, that makes its first 3D iteration. Iteration. So, yeah, it's not a spin dash, but it is certainly still something. Anyway. Cocos! Gather Coco to strengthen Sonic. These creatures are called the Coco. They seem to be lost. Locate their elder and return them to him. The elder will surely offer a reward for their return, whether increasing Sonic's speed or ring capacity. Yeah, about that. So there is a minor nitpick I have with this game, aside from the ludicrousy that is 1-2's S rank time. Because if you're playing through that level normally, you can't really get that. You have to be incredibly skillful with your moves. The Elder Coco is another nitpick. So, as a brief spoiler, the Elder Coco... So, there's two different big Coco that you can meet. There's the Elder Coco, which the game is talking about right now, and then we have the Hermit Coco, which looks distinctly different from the Elder Coco. The Elder Coco, when you meet him, looks like a large, fat, rocky creature. When you talk to him and bring him Coco, he will ask you if you want to get ring capacity upgrades or speed upgrades. However, something I should mention is that every single time you have to upgrade something, there is no way to upgrade it all at once. You have to talk to him, or no, not talk to him. You have to choose which option you want every single time that is available. For the Hermit Cocoa, however, depending on how many seeds you have, whether they be of power or defense, it will give you however many levels that is required. Or not required, but like, given to you. Anyway, say hello to Kronos Island. The very first island in the game, and one that you might have already seen the name of. But I've neglected to say the name of it, simply due to the fact that I wanted to surprise y'all. This, everybody, is what Sonic Frontiers is... Oh, I didn't realize those are the Cocoa that I already had. Whoops. Yeah, there's a Cocoa right there. Anyway. Chaos Emerald #1 is within our grasp. Yeah. Also, in case you're wondering, yes, I know about Denuvo. It's not causing any performance issues for me. Welcome to Sonic Frontiers in its fullest form. So, this is the very first of 5 different islands, although technically there's 3. I'll get into why that's important in a later episode, but all you need to know is that this game really wants you to be sold on the open zone. To give a brief little description on what open zone is, so there's a difference between open world and open zone. The reason why Sega's developers at Sonic Team calls this the open zone format instead of open world is because the zone part is harkening back to the Sonic games of old where they called it the zones. In addition, the game's not technically a full-on open world in that you get to go to each island at your own free will. You have to travel to them by using fast travel. That being said, each island is technically its own zone, with Kronos Island being the forest slash, water slash ancient ruins themed island. Then we have the other islands, which we'll get to at a later point. I wish not to spoil this because even though this game has been around for just about 6 months now, because it came out November last year, I wish not to spoil stuff because I want you guys to see this stuff as well. I have played through this game already, so just know that although I do know what's happened in this game, I don't want to spoil it because I want people to be surprised. However, I will talk about stuff whenever it is necessary. Anyway, congratulations! From here on, Sonic is free to explore the island and gather Chaos Emeralds. Try solving nearby challenges to avoid getting lost. This will unlock more of the map and show more paths forward in Sonic's journey. Explore treasure box redeemed. Yeah, I wasn't able to get that on my PS5 copy because I wasn't... Okay, so I do have something to say. When I got the game physically, I wasn't able to get the items that were on the voucher because I had already started the game and completed the tutorial, and I didn't realize that I wasn't supposed to do that yet. Yeah. Also, in case you're wondering about the soap shoes, those are unfortunately no longer available. Those were only available until the very end of January, and those were for the people who signed up for the newsletter. So I do have them on PS5, but not on here. So if you remember during my New Year's stream, me wearing those shoes, that's what I was wearing. However, I do have something I didn't have on the PS5 version, and that is the Frontiers outfit. Anyway, Explorer's Treasure Box redeemed. The Explorer's Treasure Box has been redeemed. The following items have been acquired. 40 memory tokens for Amy, 10 Chaos Emerald Vault Keys, and 1 Kronos Island portal gear. Ah, okay. Oh, wait, what? Okay. Search for friends. Well... Yep, there it is. Seeds and Hermit Cocoa. Locate the red seeds of power and blue seeds of defense strewn about the island. Bring them to the Hermit Cocoa to raise Sonic's attack and defense. As I stated before, depending on how many seeds that you've collected by the time you talk to Hermit Cocoa, what will end up happening is he will level you up by how many seeds you have total. So, say for example you have enough to be leveled up at least 10 times or so on either attack or defense. That is much better than the Elder Cocoa and how you have to choose the dialogue options each and every single time. Hopefully in a future update, which there is going to be the first batch of DLC coming up fairly soon. It hasn't been announced yet when it's coming out, but I'd assume it's probably going to be sometime this month or maybe sometime next month. Anyway, yeah, so... Alright, here's our third Titan, Azura. Not Ashura, Azura. Yeah, you can damage the feet in order to get closer. You big lug. Try again. last revenge! Alright. Let's see what Amy needs.
Amy? Is that you?
Who's this?
Hello? Is someone there? Help me!
Hang on. Maybe messing with the ruins will fix things.
Aw, Sonic. Alright. Well, let's see what Amy needs, shall we? I shall say this, during this cutscene you'll see something that is foreshadowing to something that'll be happening much later in the game. There's that figure in
Oh!
there. Oh.
Sonic, are you alright?
Me? You're the one who's only half here.
I feel fine, but that energy that was holding me prisoner went into you.
I've been infused with weird zappy stuff before. Besides, I feel like it gave me some kind of boost.
Well, in that case, we need to get moving. If I was trapped, I'm sure Tails was too.
Good call. I'll scout around and find you later. Deal?
Deal. Be careful.
Careful? Where's the fun in that?
That's the Sonic I grew up with. Alright, there it is.
You are the key. Be empowered with this technique.
Fixed camera. During scenes with the new camera symbol displayed, the camera will be fixed. Amy's memory tokens. Collect these heart-shaped items. Amy's tokens to free Amy. That was weirdly worded. Sorry. Collect these heart-shaped items, Amy's memory tokens to free Amy. Amy's memory tokens can be obtained by exploring the island, fishing, we'll get to that in a moment, and with Silo. Yeah, you heard that right. Fishing. You're probably wondering, wait, fishing? Where are we gonna go fishing? You'll find out soon enough.
Oh yeah.
Alright. There we go. Using map markers. Set markers to mark off an area of interest on the map. Place a marker on the map by pressing X. Press X again to delete the marker. If a marker has been placed, a beam of light will highlight the destination when in the open field. Mysteries and ancient rails. As Sonic solves the mysteries on the island, locations close to each other will be connected by ancient rails, making travel much more convenient. So, in case people were wondering why there's floating, platforms and stuff. So, cyberspace. That is a very big theme of this game. You might have seen the cyberspacey looking character. You might have even noticed the ancient technology. As the game progresses and you see more of the story, you'll see why that's all important. But just know
Oh man,
that it's
that's
not
just
there
begging
just
to be
goofy.
climbed. Imagine the
There is a
view.
lot of, instances of the game showing the themes that surround the lore of the game and the expanded lore in the Sonic universe. And that leads me to my next subject. This game is not written by Pontac and Brad. The writer for the game is, believe it or not, actually Ian Flynn. That's right, it was confirmed back in December of 2021. It is, in fact, Ian Flynn. The same guy that does the IDW comics, who did some of the Archies, and has even said that there has been given a little bit of leeway to where Sonic characters within IDW can kind of be in, you know, they can kind of be incorporated into Sonic games moving forward. And as you'll hear from the dialogue in the game, you will see what I mean pretty soon. Anyway. Let's get our next emerald. So, emerald number 2. And maybe even our first visit with a certain big boy. Maybe. Huh? Yep, there it is. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Say hello to everybody's favorite mispronounced enemy that I'm still going to mispronounce because I love the way I sounded. Say hello to...
Whoa!
Neon Genesis Evangelion lookalike himself. Say the name. Say the name. Say the name. Come on. You know you want to, man.
I guess that's one of the Titans keeping Amy trapped.
Yep. You'll see why those guys are very important pretty soon. And that is not an antagonist. Yeah, believe it or not, Eggman is not a villain in this game.
Whoa!
You leave immediately.
Where'd you come from? Are you trapped too?
Aw.
Do not approach the Titan.
Sorry, kid, but I've got a job to do.
If we are fortunate, it will destroy you.
Are you gonna show the name? Well, I think it shows it later. Final thing name. His official name is Giganto, but for me, I like to pronounce his name as Giganto, not to be funny, but simply because of the fact that it makes it sound more threatening. Because like saying Giganto just sounds like a little kid saying, like, Mommy, that's a Giganto thing. But saying Giganto, it sounds like grand and dangerous, which makes sense, because that is a Titan. And that was Sage. Yes, that's her name. Sage. Oh boy. We have quite the adventure to go on.
Okay. I'm not taking that thing down the traditional way. I'm gonna need the Chaos Emeralds. And maybe a little bit of luck.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You know what's coming up pretty soon. Oh. Hey, buddy. Hermit Cocos and seeds. Give the Hermit Coco the red seeds of power to raise Sonic's attack, and the blue seeds of defense to raise Sonic's defense. Pretty self-explanatory, don't you think? At last we meet Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't think we've met. Just like the Coco, you have touched the digital dream. Unlike most, I know how to listen to it and hear some of its secrets. To hear it properly, though, I must keep to myself, Call me a hermit if you like. It is the path I've chosen. Have you found any seeds in your travels? You mean those things that the robots sometimes drop? Indeed. I will unlock the power to pass it on. I thought that was Sonic saying that for a second because his mouth is moving. Alright. As you collect more of those, you'll be able to be more powerful. That's pretty cool. And so are you, Hermit. Ho ho ho. It all comes from listening to the whispers of the digital dream. It's... You have wells of untapped potential, but I cannot reach them. Dang. Know anyone that can? Unfortunately. Seek out my sibling, the Elder Coco. He can likely unlock your inner strength. Then come back to see me, so I can be sure they did it right. I am tired. And return to the dream. Let me rest, child. Okay. Alright, let's see what Amy wants. There's Azura over there.
Hey, yo, Amy. Who's your friend?
This Coco says they need to find their one true love before it's too late. They've
See?
been too shy to
Amy's
express
not
their
acting like a
feelings,
lovey-dovey
but if
girl.
they don't do it
I
now,
love that.
they may never get the chance.
I'm not saying I hated her old
You
characterization.
got all
but
that, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like the dimension I'm in is translating for me. It's strange, but feels natural.
Well, you always had a knack for weird insights. Who am I to argue?
Well, don't you worry. We'll reunite you with your lost love.
I would think we've got more pressing issues, but again, who am I to argue?
Good old Sonic. Let's talk to Amy. Oh yeah, there's that enemy over there, Squid. Yeah. So again, you're probably wondering, well, why are the Chaos Emeralds important? It's not like, I'm gonna stop you right there. You'll see why at a later point. Just know that we're not gonna see it in this first episode. Because trust me, this game is long. It's not a few hours like Forces.
Sonic! Over here!
You might have heard that from the trailer.
This poor mother says she's lost her children. Can you lead them back here, please?
Sure thing.
Oh, here's our first quest. Family gathering. Got the Coco back to their mom while avoiding the bombs. Getting hit 3 times will fail the quest. Boosting and dodging are not available in this quest. Oh yeah, you're gonna love what's gonna happen after I complete this. So you want to go ahead and do a zigzag pattern, because as you do this more and more, you'll start to like scooch them over like this. Clear! Watch this, you're gonna love it. Yep. That's also how you get the emeralds. Zap. To this very day, we still have no idea what that symbol means. All I know is that people call it Zap. Oh?
Okay. We'll keep looking.
Aw. See, that's the Amy that I love to see.
Sonic, they act like none of that happened.
Do we even know what that was?
No, but I got a sense of completion, comfort.
Weird. Now let's keep moving. I want to wrap up our time here ASAP.
Sounds good to me.
Talk to Amy. Wall climbing. Sonic can climb certain walls. Maneuver with the thumbstick, you know, like the actual thumbs. And he can wall run by holding down RT while climbing. There we go. Sonic Sport Hamster. Sonic the Ham Hog. That was funny. Alright, the stream won't be going on for too much longer now, but, yeah. I believe that enemy over there is called a banger. You're about to see why it's called a banger. Hey! Banger! Alright.
You again?
Submit. Your reckless actions endanger the world.
Care to explain how saving my friends is a bad thing?
You are an enemy combatant. I will not share data with you.
What is wrong with you? Sonic would never endanger anyone. He's even going to help this Coco reunite with their one true love.
Love. An emotional status too vague and varied in its definition. You are both too ignorant to be helped.
So, fun facts. Brienne Bartley
What
is the
was that
voice
girl?
actress for that character.
Aside from
If
being
you're
a
familiar
pain,
with Beyblade Burst
no
Surge,
clue.
that's who you might have heard her from. I think that's how you pronounce her name, Rianne. Because it's spelled the same way as Ryan. But I think it's Rianne. But it's not spelled like with, you know, the feminine spelling, so yeah. Also, hey look, the same forest I've seen in those screenshots. Eat your heart out, Zelda! I can run up walls! Kind of. Alright, so that is our 4th Chaos Emerald. Hello, Amy. Wait. No. Ow. Thanks a lot. Really? I was parrying. Dude, really? Later on in the Let's Play, you will see a move that I'll be getting that will make that to where I don't have to run. Just know that I can't do it right now. Anyway.
So, something's been bugging me about these ruins. The whole reason we came was because Tails detected the Chaos Emeralds were drawn here, right? And now I'm finding digital keys and confinement towers that seem custom made to hold the emeralds. Like half this stuff was built with them in mind.
Maybe the ancients used the
I
Chaos
love
Emeralds
Roger's
in the
performance
past.
in this game.
We've learned of other past civilizations who did too.
Yeah, but those groups tried to use them. And the stuff here seems all about containment.
Maybe they knew something about their power that we don't. The Chaos Emeralds are still pretty mysterious, even after all we've done with them.
I'm just checking the time real quick. Yeah, let's see what Amy needs. Another key. Take that, tree. There's Mama Coco. Oh, this might be the mini game that initially had given me trouble. But, yeah.
Something wrong?
They say their Amore was stationed on the far side of the field. This is the field.
I'm not seeing a lot of farming going on.
Let's change that.
Maybe, if you use that new technique of yours, you can clean up all this wild brush.
I like how Sonic's smiling about it, like, leave it to me. Alright. Oh boy. You're gonna love the story I have with this one. Spring is in the air. Yeah, I'll say it's fucking March. Remove weeds with Psyloop and reach 7,000 points before the timer runs out. Watch out for the bees! Another thing you have to watch out for in March. Avoid them by luring them towards flowers by using quick Psyloop on seeds to make them bloom. So, on my playthrough of this, I didn't realize that the grass right here is literally the weeds. Wow. There we go. 4169. So yeah, all that tall grass there, that's it. And yes, we got another Chaos Emerald. That is our, what, fifth?
So, all this used to be farmland, huh?
Yes, they make it sound like it was abundant. But now,
I mean, it's grassy.
yup. But I've seen this kind of recovery in areas Dr.
Also, I've
Eggman
heard some
damaged.
people saying that they
Something
don't really
ruined
like
this
Amy's
land,
performance
and
in
it's
this game.
barely begun to
I
recover.
beg to differ, I love it.
Then we need to make sure it
Like,
has
she
plenty of
sounds
time to
different,
heal.
not as cheerful, but
Right.
that's what I like. Because, like, it fits the situation in the game. Collect vault keys from portals. I would do that, but I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. And I'm gonna call it here. I hope you've enjoyed this first episode of this brand new Let's Play. If you did, then like, comment, subscribe if you like. You don't have to do any of those, but it's certainly appreciated. But with any case, thank you very much for stopping by this very first episode of what will hopefully be my best Let's Play yet. It may not be as big as the other games I've Let's Played, but it's something that I hope you're gonna love as well. Because trust me, this game is something special. It's not another Forces, it's not another 06, it's not another Sonic 4. It's something more akin to Unleashed and the adventure games. And that's saying something because, yeah, it may not be the best game in the world, it's definitely got some jank and stuff. Bear in mind, this is the first game to adopt the open zone format, and while it's not perfect, for what it's worth, it is by far the best Sonic game in quite a long time. But, anyway, with that being said, thank you very much for stopping by, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Yeah. Okay. Boop. Okay. There we go.